Hello, friends. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday morning. It's still morning here on the East Coast. Ooh, shadow coming at me. How are you guys? Welcome into the craft room. My name is Susan. This is Revive DIY and Upcycle Designs. I am what am I? I'm a lot of things, but right now I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture, and I love to come on and share project ideas with you guys. And today I have two, and I'm doing two because one's super quick and they're actually using the same transfer, so that's why I thought it would be fun to share with you guys. And I thought, hey, here's a novel idea. Come on first thing instead of when I'm a little more fresh and have a little more brain cells than by the end of the night when I am absolutely exhausted. So not that I'm not exhausted this morning, hence my second cup of coffee. I'm still having my coffee, you guys. But I have a bunch to do today, and it's already warm out, and I know it's going to get hotter, so I thought, you know what? I am just going to go ahead. Oh gosh, can I get my lights right, y'all? I am just going to go ahead and it's already 72 out, but it feels very humid. We had big storms last night, twice in the middle of the night, and our poor little fur baby was scared to death. So guess who did not get very much sleep? And I could have come home from taking the little guy to school. I was just curious. Yeah, humidity is 85% right now. It feels like 86, even though the thermometer only says 72. And if you're wondering where that happens, it's in North Carolina. I'm in North Carolina, a little bit outside of Raleigh. And yeah, so it's like summer already. It feels like summer. But since it was already so hot and humid, I thought, oh, I better get out there. Maybe it'll clear off some of the humidity will burn off. I don't know. But we had two big storms, so we needed the rain. It was big thunderstorms, a lot of lightning, a lot of thunder. I thought it was a lot of wind. I was surprised there wasn't more stuff everywhere when I got up, but there wasn't. But I thought, okay, I need to do a couple things like digging, and this is the perfect time. Let it dry out just a little bit, but the soil will be nice and moist still and easier for me to manipulate because we have a lot of clay here where I live in Raleigh, like I said, right outside of Raleigh. We have a lot of clay, so it can be very hard to work in. And so I thought I'll get that done after I get done with you guys because I'm going to get hot and sweaty and nasty, and I didn't want to do that and then have to clean up and come on here and share with you guys because I try not to be too much of a hot mess when I come on here. But anyway, so that's my story and I'm sticking to it. So that's my plan for Wednesday. I have quite a long list of to-dos to get done between now and Friday. We have some company come in this weekend, and you know how that is. That just spurs you into, okay, I need to get this, I want to get this or this. All those things that you've been waiting to do, and you're like, oh, I'll just do it later. And then all of a sudden when you know company's going to be coming, you're like, oh, let me get it all done before they come. Do you guys do that too? Or do you like rush clean whenever you're going to be going out of town? Yeah, I have to leave my house clean when I leave. So that, I don't know why. I just think it's because when I come home, I want it to be clean and not have to deal with that. But anyway, I am going to make sure that I am on here with y'all. It looks like everything's cool and fine. But I'm not finding me. Where am I? Oh, you know what? I don't know if I'm on the right one. Let me see. Oh, no, I am. So where am I? I'm not showing up, y'all. Hopefully I'm on here live. That's very strange because it should be showing me live. Y'all, Facebook has been giving me a little bit of issue the last few days. I don't know. Are they changing something again? It started last week with something, and I've been trying to figure it out. I haven't been able to find an answer to it. I know both of my boys are home and working on their computers, but I shouldn't be. It's even like right now, just like my signal says it's strong, but I don't know what's going on. Let me see here. Let me see if I can go to it this way because I'm trying. It's just like spinning. I might have to come out and come back in my Facebook, y'all. Let's try this again. I should have good internet connection. Oh, there it is. Hallelujah, there it is. Okay, perfect. That's what I needed, y'all. It was not even showing me up. So when you hop on, if you'll hit that heart button, I would so appreciate it. And also, if you wouldn't mind sprinkling this video out, that just means to tag a friend, S-H-A-R-E, spread the love. I would just so appreciate it, you guys. It just helps my little business grow. It helps me to get my joy of creating out into the universe, and I love to be able to do that with you guys. So I got that done. Now I'm just going to post a couple links and comments. So one thing I want to tell you while I'm pulling this up, see if I can get it to copy, because this is always the challenge. I try to there we go. I try to get ahead of the game, and then sometimes that messes me up. Here we go. Copy, paste, and then I'm going to pin it. While I'm doing this, I just want to let you guys know. Last night, when I went on the website to look at some information, I noticed that Saucy, our color of the month, was sold out. So unless that's changed this morning, which I have not had time to check it out, unless that has changed this morning, that is gone. So I hope that if you wanted that color, you were able to get it. It was a lovely barn red color. It was very nice. It's great for patriotic. It's great for vintage. It's retro. You know, I'm sure it'll be perfect at Christmas time. So I hope that if you wanted that, you got it. But it is now sold out, will not be brought back. Our color of the months launch on the very first day of every month. I cannot wait to find out what June's will be. I'm hoping it'll be a fun, summery color, like a bright color, because you know me, guys, I am a bright color gal. But I can't wait to find out what that will be. And when they launch on the first of the month, and once they sell out, they're gone. They're no longer available. They will not come back. They're not going into regular rotation, as far as we know, for any of them at this point yet. So grab them when you see them. If it's something you're always interested in. I never expect them to last past the middle of the month. And sometimes even they go quicker than that. But we started this in February, so I think they're starting to get the hang of how many they need to order, to kind of keep it in stock long enough that it doesn't sell out like the first week. Not that we don't want it to sell out, because they do. That's the whole idea of it being an exclusive limited edition color. But yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know that. Saucy is gone. And let's see. I haven't heard of anything else sold out yet. We will have a restock tomorrow, usually on Thursday afternoons at 5 o'clock Eastern, so that's 3 o'clock Mountain. We have a restock of some items, and as far as I know, some of our chalkable shapes are coming back in tomorrow. I still don't know about the birdhouse kit. I'm waiting on that myself. I'm not sure when that one's coming. That may be tomorrow as well. But if I find out, I will definitely let y'all know, because I know there's some people who have been waiting on that. So anyway, let's get started, because we are going to have some fun with two of the transfers on this particular one. I have had this for a while. As soon as I saw it, I knew I'd want to do it. I want to do this one for sure, but that's not the one we're working on today. We're going to work on this one, because as soon as I saw it, I was like, I need that, and I have the perfect surface for it. And I'll show you that after we do our inking project. We're going to do a quick ink project, but look at this as well. This is the one I'm going to work on for an inking project today, because I'm going to do this as, actually I have two projects in mind, but one is a gift that I need to be able to take with me soon. And then the other one I'm going to do for us, for our home, for hubby, as a sign. And I have a cool idea for the sign. I have everything I need for that, so I can't wait to show you that one as well. But today I am going to ink this on an apron, and guess what? I'm just going to use one color. I'm just going to use white. So I got the apron in. I got it in black. Since it's for a guy, the gift is for a guy, and I'm just going to ink it in white. It's going to be done really quick, and then we're going to do this one, because this is something I want to have in my craft room. I want this back here for you guys. So that's the two we're going to work on today, but look at these other ones. This one's really cool too. I've seen a lot of cool projects done with this. This one's super fun. And I can attest to the fact that sometimes that's what my house feels like. Feels like Grand Central Station, right? I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard that saying before. It's like Grand Central Station around here. But then this one too. This is that retro feel. So this one I think is probably going to go along with one of the tiered tray ensemble that we have, that I'm probably going to start working on. I don't think I'll be able to do it next week, but the week after that, we're going to start working on that, because I can't wait. I really want to do that one. So there's lots of fun options on this particular transfer. I did link the transfer in case you're interested in it. Now, when I am working on a transfer for the first time, I always mark the front with a little dot, and then I write on the back so that when I go to put it back on the backer sheet, I keep my backer sheets big. Let's see. I like to put it back on where it was. So BBQ. And so that I know what the front and the back, because you want to make sure when you put them back on your backer sheets that you put it on the right way. So before we get started, I am going to go ahead and trim this off. If you can notice, this is a great deal because you get 4 in 1 transfer, right? And they're 4 different, I mean, they certainly can be used together, but they also have their own feel. So I like to just trim mine here. It has been my goal for a long time to try to get on even earlier. I really thought I was going to be on here before 11, to be honest with you guys. But I did have a few things that I needed to take care of. You know, once you get something in your mind, if you get started on something, it's like, then you just get started on something. And I hate to stop the momentum because, like I said, I could have easily come home from taking my buddy to school and gone and laid right back down in the bed. And I was like, no, I have so much to do. I need to get up, and I'll just have to try my hardest to go to bed earlier tonight. But what do you guys got going on this Wednesday? Like I said, it feels like summer out there. But at least the sun is back out. We do have some clouds, but the sun's back out and the storms are gone. So we needed some rain. We really, truly did. So I am thankful for that. All right. Did I just cut? No, I didn't cut that one. All right, let's get this off of here. But I've been hoping to try to come on earlier. I really would, ultimately. But the season of life I'm in right now, I don't feel, I am the kind of person that I feel like I got to get all my other work done before I can come up here. And because I never know how long I'm going to be up here. So, okay, so you see how I just sliced that right on the little, these are silk screen lines. Perfect for helping you cut your transfers. You can cut the backer sheet with it if you want, but I chose not to. So this is one of our ink mats that I have cut down to size. And this is the apron that I purchased. So I did order this on Amazon. And as you can see, I just pulled it out of the pack and it's got a ton of wrinkles on it. The nice thing, but look how cool it is. I think that the person I'm giving this to is really going to like it. The nice thing about our ink mats is they're sticky. So if you have wrinkles in your fabric, it will help you get them out. You know, or you don't have to worry about like ironing it or washing it before you put your design on. So we are going to put this, I think I'm going to have to put this through here a little bit. Put this through here a little bit. So if you have a dad or a guy that you're looking for a gift for, this would be a perfect idea. But I also, like I said, in a couple weeks, I'll be showing you another fun project idea with the same transfer. And I need to move this out of the way because I keep getting the shadow. I have my other surface over here. Okay. So the reason you use an ink mat also, or something underneath your fabric, is so that the ink does not bleed through. So let me just make sure I have this up here a little bit more because I know I'm not going to put the image all the way up there. I'm going to put it across this closer to the pocket. So once I get it, then I can start smoothing out those wrinkles. See? See how nice that is? That is so nice. So this would be perfect for Father's Day though, as well. If you have a guy that likes to wear an apron. Now my hubby would never wear an apron, or else I would make him one, but he would never wear one. I know he wouldn't. I don't know if my son would or not. My oldest son. My youngest son might. My youngest son is actually a cook at our local coffee shop. So he would probably be the one that would wear an apron. I'm not sure if my oldest son would or not. All right, now since I am using this on fabric, I'm not going to fuzz it. It is the first time I'm using it. It's brand new. It's super sticky. That's the way I want it to be. And just make sure you get any fuzz or anything off that might impede your design. And then I like to take my transfers and fold them in half if they've got words. or I feel like I need to find the middle like this. I like to fold them in half to find the center. And then once you wash it, the bend of it goes back out. Hi, Karen. How are you, friend? All right, so I'm going to assume the middle of this pocket, where the seam is the middle of the garment, and we are going to use that as our reference point. And like I said, I'm going to kind of put this down here close, not all the way to the pocket, but closer to the pocket than to the top. Okay, and hopefully get it straight. Once I have it what I think is straight, yeah, I think that looks good. Then I'll press it down and get my great contact with my sticky transfer, which I love. And now you can see the silkscreen area is the area you can see through to the black, and that's where we're going to do our design on. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold it over. Now you're working with ink. You may want to wear a apron yourself, or an old shirt, something you don't mind getting ink on, because it's possible. It's possible. But I am not worried about it. I'm using white anyway, so I'm not worried about it. But always have something wet for your hands, because you don't want to get any of your ink anywhere else, especially with this being a black garment. We're going to use white ink. It's going to really pop off of there. You guys see it? This is going to be so cool. All right, so if I can get it open. We do still have the special going on, buy 3 get 1 free. It's just you can't get the you won't be able to get the saucy chalk paste in there anymore because it's sold out. All right, so that's just my white ink, but you can mix and match inks and chalk paste. And we also have the white ink in a single packet. So if you just want to try inking out, you're not sure you're gonna be sold on it, you want to try it out, you can always get a single pack. All right, so all set and ready to go. As you can see, I just have it. Now I could throw a little red on here if I wanted. I do have candy apple, but I think I just want to do it all in white. I'm trying to decide if those stars need to be silver, because you know I have shimmer silver. Might go over it in shimmer silver. I didn't really look at the design. I knew what the word said, and I was like, yeah, I definitely want to do that one for this person. So this is a great gift idea for the guy who might wear an apron when he's working in the back, you know, at the grill, or maybe he's your chef in your house. My hubby cooks when he's not working a lot. He'll cook. He cooks a lot. So I'm happy about that. He's a messy cook, which I am not, but he enjoys cooking more than I do, so. But I just know he would never wear an apron. He doesn't care. And he is messy, but he doesn't care. I usually wear an apron when I'm cooking. It depends on what I'm cooking, if I'm worried about what I'm wearing, or you know what I'm cooking that it could stain what I'm wearing. All right. So I'm just using my squeegee. This is a small, what we call a small squeegee, even though it looks big compared to our minis. This is a small one, and I like it when I'm using all one color because I can get the project done quicker. And as you'll notice, I'm applying be careful on your edges. I'm applying the ink, and then I'm just pulling off any extra. And you can put it right back in your jar. And then I like to go back over it and pull off any extra, but then also make sure that I've covered all of my silk screen, because sometimes you miss. And you don't have to work as fast when you're working with ink, because it does seep into the fabric and doesn't dry as quick. You actually have to purpose to dry it. Usually, I let mine sit for at least 24 hours, or you have to take a blow dryer to it. Okay. And if you feel like you want it to stand out even more, you could go back over it with another one. I'm gonna grab my silver real quick because I cannot resist the temptation to put silver on those stars. I just can't. It's too great of a temptation. So I'm going to take my shimmer silver and I'm actually going to go over top. I don't even know how much it's going to show up, but I know it will make it stand out just a little bit more. So I'm going to go right over top of the white ink that I just did. I could dry it and then put that layer on there, but I'm just going to kind of mix it in. Because I'm a little extra that way. And you know me, I have to have a little bit of shimmer. Hopefully he won't mind. It's not like in your face shimmer, so. I might just add a little bit more. And if you have any questions, hey Kat. Hi Heidi, thanks for joining me. Gals, thanks for joining me this morning. If you have any questions about anything I'm using or any of the supplies I'm using or any of the techniques, please feel free to ask in comments, or if you don't feel comfortable doing that, send me a message. I love it when you gals chat with me. It's much more fun to craft with friends, don't you think? And it's much more fun than just sitting here talking to myself, because I spend a lot of the day, even though both of my boys are here a lot during the day because they did school at home or they finished up school and they're home, I do a lot of talking to myself in my head. And that's not always a good thing. Some of y'all may know what I'm talking about. So I love it when you gals come on with me. And it's like I'm crafting with my friends. All right, so I just put another layer on it, that's all. Just to try to make sure it really stood out. You don't have to. I just figure the first layer kind of seeps in to the fabric. And I did purpose, when I bought this apron, I looked at several of them, and I did choose one that had mainly cotton as the fabric. And I did that just because a lot of the other ones almost have a, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Kat. I know. Yes, isn't it great, Heidi? Oh, yay, yay. Thank you for joining me, Heidi. I'm so happy. So, you know, keep that in mind. If you're purchasing an apron, wash your hands before you take it. We're done. We would have been done if I had just done the first layer. We would have been already done. But I decided cotton would be better just because some of the other ones are a little bit waterproof, and, you know, you may not want that with your ink. So, I mean, I think if it's polyester, it'll still take it. It's just, I kind of wanted the cotton look. So, are y'all ready? This is the best. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And it's not because of me. It's because of the transfer. That's what I love about it. Anybody can do this. How cool is that? Does that look fabulous? Especially, doesn't it just pop right off of there? My prayers with you, Kat. It just pops right off of there. I love that. So, like I said, I'm going to be making a sign with this as well for our backyard, but it'll be a couple weeks. And like, this would be a perfect gift. This is actually going to a young man who loves to cook. So I know he'll probably wear it. And like I said, I think now my youngest son, he's a cook at a local coffee shop. He would probably wear an apron. I don't think he'd wear this particular design, but he would probably wear an apron too if I had a really cool, cool one. Who knows? Maybe when he's a complete grown-up and he has a family, he's 19. So he is a grown-up, but once he's doing all that, maybe he wouldn't mind something like this. But isn't that cool, you guys? So now you could just take a blow dryer and dry this, or you can let it sit. That's what I'll do. I'm just going to let it sit because, like I told you yesterday when I was making that shirt yesterday, I just kind of make a pile. I let them sit and dry, and then I put them in a pile, and then I heat set them all at the same time. If you want to speed that process up, you just dry it up. Let's say I was going somewhere this afternoon and I needed to take this gift. I would use my blow dryer and dry it all the way. You want your ink all the way dry, and then, oh, wonderful. Wonderful. I hope you get a chance to make him one, Kat. Dry it all the way and then heat set it. If you have an iron, you do 4 minutes on each side, put parchment paper over it. If you have a heat press, you do about like 305, 310 for 30 seconds on both sides. So all done with that one. I'm gonna set it aside. Try not to hit it because your ink is wet. I'm gonna set it aside and I'll bring it back at the end. But, so next what we're gonna do, let me move all the ink out of the way because I don't need that anymore. Next what we're gonna do, oh, I didn't want to do that, there we go, is this other one. So this is, I have been wanting to do this since I saw this transfer. It is just so cute. You could certainly have this out, you know, down in your entryway area, or you could have it out on your porch or your patio, or if you have a pool area. It's super fun for that. But I actually just want it for my craft room, you guys. So I have the perfect surface too. Did anybody else ever pick up one of these? So I just had to dust this thing off. Has anyone else ever picked up one of these? I got this last spring on probably 40 or 50% off from our favorite hobby store. And I knew I loved it when I saw it. I didn't see it for summer or spring, which is weird because summer, I mean, the red would be perfect for summer. You could definitely put a patriotic design on here. I saw it for Christmas and then I didn't even use it for Christmas. So it's been sitting up here gathering dust, you guys. So, I am going to do, I feel like when I saw this transfer, I was like, that would look perfect on there. Don't you think? Hi, Deborah. Thanks for joining me. All right. So let me know where you're watching from when you hop on and hit that heart button. So I love this. It's a pretty big surface, as you can see, and it's obviously double-sided. We're just going to work on one side today, and it looks like to me, I think, yeah, it unscrews. I was like, I don't even know. It unscrews. I'll have to think of a good patriotic one to put on the other side. I'm not sure. I'll have to find something to put on the other side, maybe for the patriotic. But let's see how that comes off, and then it slides out, and there you go. Look. So now you know we have a similar item, but it's much smaller. So here's our, gosh, what are these things called? I can't even think what it's called. But we have one that's much smaller, and it's double-sided chalkboard, and it can be painted any color you want. Isn't this one so cute? I mean, this is perfect for all of our, hi Kim, thanks for joining me. Perfect for all of our B-size transfers that have like 2 designs on it, like this one, or A-size transfers it's perfect for. But look how much bigger this one is. I had to grab it. I had to grab it. And I love this red color. I'm not big on red in general, except for certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't decorate my house in red anymore. I used to always have to have a little bit of red everywhere. Spinner. Okay. Thank you, Kat. My brain. So I don't do that anymore, but I do like certain things red. Like this just screamed at me. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I have to do that. So this is a chalkboard, and that's what our transfers were originally set up to go with, was chalkboards. Now, I will say, even though this is Hobby Lobby, and Hobby Lobby, we all know it has pretty good quality. We don't really have a whole lot of problem with quality from them, but it is not one of our chalkboards. So I don't know if it is, like ours is like porcelain coated. It's like high quality. So I don't know if this one is or not. So I am going to go ahead and do a light layer of wax on here. Okay. You don't have to always do that, but like, especially if you're getting one from like Walmart or Dollar Tree, I highly suggest it. But I'm going to do it just to be sure. And the reason I'm going to do that is to make sure that if I want to change this out, that it comes off easily. So I'm just going to do a light layer of wax on here. And not only is it going to make it so that my design will come off easily when I decide I want it to come off, that it'll also protect my transfer, just in case this isn't as good quality as I'm expecting it to be. Like I said, I feel like Hobby Lobby has pretty good quality items. That's why I like them. But, just to be sure, just to be on the safe side. So I'm just applying a light layer of wax, and then I'm just buffing it in with the other side to make sure I have everything covered and it not like real clumpy or too waxy. Does that make sense? If it's too waxy, then your transfer doesn't even want to stick. When you guys hop on, tell me where you're watching from. I'd love to know. I am so excited to have some of you gals here. Okay, so this is the transfer we're using, and I wonder, can you guys guess? Who could guess what colors I'm thinking about? You know there's gonna have to be a shimmer in here. There's gonna have to be a shimmer in here. That's how I roll. There's gonna have to be a shimmer. But can you guys think what colors I might be thinking about using? I wanna see who might know me. Who might know me? All right, while you guys are thinking about that, let me know in the comments. What color would you do it in? Okay, because I'm feeling very retro. I'm feeling like it's a very retro, right? That soda shop vibe. So when you think of retro, what colors do you think of? I know what color it's screaming at me. It's screaming at me. What do you think, guys? What do you think? All right, now which one? I think maybe that will be the one I do in shimmer. I gotta get a shimmer. Hang on. I need a shimmer. I need a shimmer. Let me look at this shimmer color that I'm thinking of with it. What would you use for retro if you guys are doing it? Here's a hint. Now I'm looking for a shimmer. If this one doesn't work, I have a brand new jar. Shimmer Crimson. And then I need one more color. I need one more color. Maybe two shimmers. Two shimmers. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna do Hangout in teal. We're gonna do Come In. Maybe I'll do the and sign in Shimmer Crimson. And then I need to do Come in either silver or shimmer white, but I think I'm gonna do shimmer frost. Shimmer white. I think I'm gonna do shimmer frost. That's what I think we're gonna do. Let me know, guys. What do you think? I think that's gonna look cool. Does that give any retro vibes? Hopefully it will, won't we? Now, what I'm doing over here, in case you're wondering, you know, these are self-adhesive. Our transfers are sticky. They're meant to be reused a dozen times or more. But the very first time they're very sticky, and I want to make sure it's not so sticky that I have a hard time pulling it off. So I just fuzz it a little bit. That's what I'm doing. Now let me remember which part is top, and that's top, right guys? That was the top. And that was the bottom. Yes, okay. I'm gonna turn it around for a minute while I'm setting it up. Okay? Oh, and when you fuzz, if you get anything like hunks or pieces of things in your silk screen, make sure you take it off. Oh shoot, I had it off and then it came back on, because it will interfere with your design. I don't know what that is on there, because I don't know. Let me see if I can get it off real quick. As long as it's not in my silk screen or at my edges. I can't tell what that is, to be honest with you guys. It's hard to tell up here. There's no telling. No telling. Okay. Looks good. And I got some strings. That's from when I cut it. I didn't do the best job cutting it. Get those strings out of the way. All right. And then I'm going to put this right in the middle. Again, you can fold it in half if you want to try to find the center, if that matters to you. It might not, or just, I'm an eyeballer anyway, so if you want to just eyeball it, eyeball it. I'll try to put it right about here. Look, I can even kind of cheat using my little thing underneath. I had to guess, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's perfect. So that helps me tremendously figure out where the middle is. I like it when it's an odd number. That helps. Bear with me, y'all. Once I have it lined up, then we're going to press it down on the silkscreen area. That's what I'm most concerned, is that I get good contact on my silkscreen. Did you guys see the post I shared? If you don't follow my page, I would love it if you like and follow my page. I did share last night the s'mores. It turned out so good, you guys. The glow in the dark showed up so good. Okay, so here we have this, and I think I'll use one of these jars to kind of prop it up so you guys can see. Can you guys see that okay? I did alter my angle of my ring light, and I'm getting ready to rearrange a little bit. As much as I can get done in one day. Anyway, before I have to clean. But excuse me, the glow in the dark showed up so well on my s'mores tray. And I got the handles in most of the way. I gave it to my oldest son this morning. I'm like, could you please try to see if you can get there in the rest of the way? Because I couldn't get the little screwdriver to do anymore. And I just don't have, I've never had, I'm strong, but I don't feel like I've ever had really, really super strong hands, except back when I used to play the drums. So, all right, guys, so we're working with chalk paste. I need to get 3 squeegees. We're going to get 3 mini squeegees, I think. I'm trying to have this somewhere where it's here, but not in the way. It's putting a little shadow everywhere. Maybe I'll put it up there. You guys don't need to see it. Okay, so this part we're going to do in teal, this part in shimmer white, or shimmer white, why am I calling it shimmer white? Shimmer frost, and then this part in shimmer crimson, just because. We do have candy apple red. I'm wondering if it's exactly that same color red. That's the only part that kind of says, maybe not. Do you guys think I should do this in shimmer or, I'm getting ideas as I'm looking at it, y'all. Should I do this in shimmer or regular candy apple? I could stand to do it in regular candy apple just for that little bit. What do you think, guys? The and sign. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. I'm having an idea, though. So I'm going to need this. Where'd it go? I'm going to need this. I'm having an idea. If I can make it work, if I can make it happen, y'all. And I'm not even sure if I'm seeing comments on my phone, because that happens. Ooh, it's gone. That happens sometimes. I cannot see comments sometimes. So let's see. There we go. There we go. Okay. So what I'm thinking, I'm going to do this last because it's going to take a little more detail. I'm thinking I'm going to do everything in teal except for this little middle section where it's like, almost looks like it's lit up. I'm going to do that part in shimmer crimson, I think. So we'll save that part for last because that's going to take a little bit more effort. All right, let's go ahead and do that in shimmer. Let's do it in shimmer. We'll do it in candy apple. We'll just do it in candy apple. You guys know I don't like working with it too much because I'm so messy with it. It's so red and so messy. All right, so here's my shimmer frost. We're going to do the first part, and then I'm going to paste and peel. I am so excited about this. I got this transfer when it launched, and I can't believe I have not gotten to it yet. There's just so much good stuff all the time. I have so many projects listed on my board to share with you guys. And it's not even every project. It's just the ones that I could think of right off. I love these. These are our new transfers that are thinner. They came out this year with a new manufacturer. They're thinner and you can see through them, and the chalk paste just glides right across. Now with shimmer, I do suggest you, we have two sides to our squeegees. I don't know if you guys know that or not. One side is angled and one side is straight. So a lot of times I'll apply it with the straight side, but then I'll go back over it with the, I'll apply it with the angled side, and then I'll go back over it with the straight side to make sure I pushed it through with the shimmer, just because it's got whatever is in there to make it that beautiful shimmer, and it's a little gritty, and so you want to make sure you get it through the silk screen. Y'all, you ready? This is the fun part. We're going to go ahead and peel this part back so it doesn't dry in my silk screen. It releases to my surface, and look at that detail. Isn't that super fun, you guys? Oh my gosh, it's so fun. So fun every time, every time. I love it. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the drying a little bit. This would dry on its own in about 7 or 8 minutes with the shimmer, but I'm going to speed it up because I don't want to smear anything. I'm going to work on my craft room just a tiny bit. I don't know if it'll be this morning or if I'm just going to give the whole day upstairs tomorrow, because our daughter's room is where our friends are going to stay, because she doesn't live here. She only visits. But her room is where they're going to stay, so I have to clean that. But it's adjacent to it. It has my work desk in there, and it's adjacent to my craft room. So I need to tidy that because they have to walk through my craft room to get to the bathroom. So I try to get all that done, you know, but then it's like, oh, I don't want, so that forces me to have to tidy my craft room, first of all, which is a good thing, because there's quite the piles going on over there again. And it also, of course, now I'm like, oh, I want to rearrange it just a little bit. But I really want to get into a major, like, going through and really organizing and purging and things like that in my craft room this summer. That is on my agenda very soon, because hubby and I are going to be moving before the end of the year, probably by fall. So, you know, I need to start going. I've been starting to try to do that process as much as possible in different areas. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to use candy apple here on our and sign. And I think it's about the same color, so it should look good. And it should pop off of this black. Sometimes I don't use the darker colors on the black just because they're, you know, they don't show up quite as well. But I think this will show up. This will still show up pretty good. And that's not like the main emphasis that I want to. That's not the main words I want to emphasize. Little tiny bit of chalk paste goes a long way. Doesn't take much. I just usually make such a big mess with the red. Oh, I did pretty good this time. Okay. Let's peel that back. Yes. What do you think, guys? I have one little spot that I missed getting it on there, right? I'm going to try to fix that. See if I can fix it. Didn't go through right. There we go. What do you think, guys? I love it. Okay, again, I'm going to hit it with the dryer real quick. Our regular chalk paste only takes about 4 or 5 minutes to dry, depending on your climate and what's going on. So really, it doesn't take long at all. That's why you want to paste and peel, because otherwise it will dry in your silk screen if you're not careful. And I have my ceiling fan on because, like I said, it felt kind of humid even with the air conditioning on. All right, now I'm going to press down the area I have not done yet, and then we're going to try to have some fun here. So I think we're going to start at the top of this design. Make sure you can tell whether or not you have it all pressed. Okay. I think I'm going to start at the top because that way I can keep pulling back like that. But what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to do all of this in, I may even use a different, I'm going to do all of this in teal, and I'm going to do the outside line in teal, and then we're going to do the inside line in red. So we're going to move a little bit slower. Trying to think how I can do it, what I can do. Let me think. Think. You know what's also fun is if you did this on an actual sign, you could use real lights, especially if you're crafty at all, or like good with tools or anything like that at all. All right, let me think. Trying to decide which part to do first. I think I'm going to break it up. I'm just going to do 2 at a time, 2 letters at a time, because it's several steps. Ooh, it looks like I got some black in here last time I used it. So I have taken a mini squeegee and cut it down, and that's what I'm using right now. But if you have a detail, because I'm going to use my detail tool for my other section, but if you have a detail tool, this would work perfectly in this area. So I'm going to take a little bit of time because I really want to do this a little different. So I'm going to do the teal first though, because if I get some in the red area, I think it'll still be okay. I think the red will cover it up. And I apologize for having to look down, you guys. If you know what I might do, just for the sake of making it a little easier on myself, is I might do it all and then go back over it in the red. That's what we're gonna do, because that's gonna make it a lot easier. That's what we're gonna do. Sorry guys, I keep changing gears, switching gears. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my teal, I'm going to put it over the whole section here. And then go back over it with the red, with the shimmer crimson on those little dotted area. I feel like my teal needs to be watered down a little bit. Definitely needs to be watered down. It's a little thick. All right, I'm going to peel that back. Yeah, it's definitely a little thick. All right, so if your chalk paste in the jars ever get too thick, you spray some distilled water in it, and then you can stir it up until it's the consistency of, it should feel like either frosting or yogurt or sour cream, I guess. It should definitely be more of that kind of consistency. And I could tell that was too thick as I was putting it on. And so I didn't get as good of a image as I wanted. So we're going to try it again. We are going to try it again. Let's see if I can get a little bit better coverage this time. Yeah, that's how it should work. It should glide right on like that. Let's see how that looks. We'll still have areas, although I guess it's supposed to kind of be like that. I'm thinking I'm going to do the whole thing, pull it off, wash the transfer, and put it back on. So let's go ahead and do it. And then I'll show you guys how I do my quick wash. Having my ceiling fan on is probably not helping. Let's do that. So I don't like the way the top part. Can you see how it was different on the top than on the bottom? But look how great that looks color-wise. Okay, we got to do a little bit more, though. I'm going to set it over here. I'm going to slide it over a little bit. And I'm going to show you guys how we're going to do this. Hang on. If I really had my act together, I'd be checking my chalk paste before I came on. I would pick out my colors. But you guys know right now, I fly by the seat of my pants. That's just the season I'm in right now. I craft as I go. All right, so I'm going to show you how we're going to clean this. This is just one of those dish mat, drying mats from Dollar Tree. I'm going to spray it. I'm going to go ahead and spray the whole thing. And I am not going to use a board eraser because it's in by my sink, but I am going to use a cleaning wipe. Only a cleaning wipe. Don't use baby wipes, only cleaning wipes. And I am going to wipe off the front and back of the transfer. Okay. I could tell that that was too thick when I was putting it on there. And I still kept going. So now I've made more work for myself. So check your chalk paste before you use it. If you're getting it out of a single packet, you don't usually have as much problems, especially if it's a brand new one. If it's one that you sealed and you're reusing, just check it. Put it when you squeeze it out. So now I'm going to do the back. When you squeeze it out, I had to do this a couple times yesterday when I was doing the s'mores bar. The s'more tray that I made. I had forgotten to put the chocolate on my s'more, y'all. And I mean, what's a s'more without chocolate? Cleaning wipes, it doesn't have to be a specific kind. It could be even a generic. But the cleaning wipes will not harm your transfers. Baby wipes will. They'll take the adhesive off. So only use a cleaning wipe. And I actually usually do it twice on the front, just to be sure I got it clean. I'm just trying to get all of the chalk off of the out of the silk screen. So now it should be clean. And I don't mind that I'm getting fuzz on it because I'm going to fuzz it anyway. Then I usually take my air dryer and just dry my silk screen area so that it's not watering down my chalk paste anymore. if I'm going to reuse it right away. That's also a way you can just clean it and put it back on the backer sheet if you're trying to do it. Maybe you're traveling or you're just trying to do it quick and you at least want to get it clean. Some people do that with their transfers when they're inking live. I don't. I usually just spray it with water and I've not had any problems. I spray it with water and then as soon as I get off the live, I go wash it. Because we do highly suggest, that's how you get the 12 or more uses out of your transfers. Them still being sticky is by taking good care of them. Cleaning them well, not letting it sit and dry in your chalk, in your silk screen, either chalk or ink, and ink is the same way. You don't want it to dry in your silk screen. And you notice the red stained my transfer, the vinyl part a little bit, that's no problem. As long as my silk screen is clean, that's what matters. The vinyl part doesn't matter. It's just different pigments. Hang on guys, hold on. Okay, sorry. All right, so that is dry. So we're gonna put it back over there again, and we're gonna try it again. Hopefully I'll be able to fix that. I'm also gonna dry. If not, I will wipe off the whole hangout part and redo it. But I'm gonna see if I can fix it this way. But it's a chalkboard, so that's okay. If I have to clean it off, I can. I want you guys to see though what I'm talking about in case you couldn't. Because you may have this happen to you and I want you to know how to fix it. So you see how the top part looks so different and then we have the line even. It's because that was too thick when I put the chalk paste on. It's normal consistency that it's supposed to be. Okay, so now I'm trying to decide. Do I just go ahead and clean it? I could just wipe it off and start over. Let's see. I should have done that before I dried it. Now you can use whatever on your chalkboard. You can use your clean and wipe, you can use your baby wipe, whatever. I'm afraid that because of the layers, it's not gonna look as good. And that matters to me because I want this up for a long time. And the way you clean your chalkboards and get your, I'm trying to do it without messing the whole thing up. I'm just trying to clean the one section. Is you would spray water on it and then you would use something to scrape it. So since this hasn't really cured all the way, I'm able to kind of do what I'm doing right now. Trying to be careful because I don't want to mess up the rest of it. I was thinking this was going to be quick today, y'all. But mistakes happen and it just shows you we're not perfect either. And I like to be able to show you guys how to fix something if you do have a mistake. And the fact that I waxed it made it better, I believe. Now I just got to decide, do I wipe the whole thing off and try again. I'm thinking yes, because I don't want it to look broken up. We also have board erasers for this, you guys. Now I'm going to put a little bit of wax back on there again because I don't know if my clean and wipe may have taken the wax off. It's a good chance it did. But you saw how easy that was to come off because I waxed it. I don't know if it would have come off as easy if I had not. Remember, you only want a light layer of wax so it doesn't affect your design. That's why I'm buffing it. Okay, now we're going to be done very quickly. Thanks for hanging in there with me, you guys. Oh my goodness. Always an adventure around here. So we're ready to go again. I'm just going to line this right back up over top. I don't have to do too much work because I just have to use the other parts I've already chalked to help me line it up. Okay. All right, let's try that again. Okay, this should be good now. Squeegee. Much better. Now that I've done it once, I know exactly what I need to do. And I fixed my chalk paste consistency. Do you see how that slides on there much easier than I did the first time? It was too thick. If you feel like it doesn't glide across your transfer, then it's probably your chalk paste is too thick. All right, let's get this off of there because I can feel it drying already, you guys. My ceiling fan. Oh, I missed a spot. If you miss a spot, lay it right back down. that's because of the, it might be because of the wax. Oh my goodness, y'all. Come on. Well, it's going to look a little retro. All right, I'm going to lean that back for a minute. We're done with the teal. Can close that back up. And it should be fine the next time I use it. Now, I'm going to dry this real quick. We are going to go back over it with the shimmer. And call it a day. I don't think, unless I find a really cute ribbon that has these colors in it, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I have anything up there where my multicolor is. I may tie something cute on it, but I think it's really cute on its own. I may tie a little ribbon down around the bottom. After I get off, I'll look through my ribbons. That's on my list too. I've got all these boxes of colors and I want to sort all my ribbons. It's on my list of things to finish doing too. I've done it a little bit at a time, but I haven't finished it. Okay. Now we're going to see if I can do this. I'm going to put it back on. And I'm going to try to go back over this little outside part without cleaning my transfer. And we're going to try it with the crimson. We'll see. If it takes, it takes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And my crimson is super dry too. I think that's why I bought another one. I haven't used this one probably since Christmas. Or Valentine's, probably Valentine's. They don't always dry out, but these are older, you guys. I've had them for a couple years. And if you haven't used them for a while, I have so many colors, so I switch them up a lot. So it can dry out, but not very often, just so you know. I don't want you guys thinking, oh my gosh, every jar she opens, she has to. It's just because some of these are older and I haven't used them in quite a while. And they're already older. They weren't like brand new this past year even. Like I said, I've had this one probably a couple years. But it's not hard to reconstitute it. And I am the, look, ooh, y'all. I am the world's worst about keeping my jars maintained well. I keep my transfers maintained, but I don't keep my jars like chalk as well maintained. Okay, that's better. Let's see what we can do. Let's just see. We can bring a little bit of bling. I might see if I have any little fairy lights that would go around the outside of the whole thing. even know if this is doing anything, you guys. Let's just see if it's doing anything. You see what I did? So I went right back over top of what I already had done in the teal, and I'm trying it with the shimmer crimson. See if it picks up any. A little bit. A little bit. Okay. I hear the wind chimes going outside, so that means the breeze has picked up. So maybe it won't be so bad when I get out there. I don't have a lot to do. My boys bought me a couple plants for Mother's Day, and I don't like to let them sit too long in the pots. And they put some dirt down for me, but I'm letting that sit because I have a wildflower garden. I need a couple more bags of dirt, but I'm letting that go. I'm waiting on that. I don't feel like I need to get that done before my company comes, but I would like to get the plants in the ground before they come. And then since I won't be doing that this weekend, and then they also put some mulch out, and I need a little bit more mulch for them to finish. Run all my errands on Friday. So I'll try to get all my cleaning done before then. Cleaning and projects. And I decided not to change my coffee bar out. I keep going back and forth because I have a bunch of lemon stuff that I made last year, and then a few things I made this year. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll put lemon on it, but I just like my little bee stuff that's on there right now. So I don't think I'm going to change my coffee bar out before this weekend. And then next week I'm going to be traveling. So I don't know if it'll happen next week. I won't have time to do it next week, I don't think. So hubby and I have to go house hunting. I hate this part. I mean, I like it, but it's hard because it's like you're not ready to sell your house yet, and you're not even sure when you're going to be ready, but you've got to go ahead and start looking. You know, that in between, it's kind of like we haven't even put ours on the market. We don't even know when we're going to put it on the market. And we have a feeling it'll sell fairly quickly just because the area we live in is growing so much and so fast. And we're just right outside of Raleigh. All right, guys, I think that's going to be good enough. It's just a little hint of bling because I had to. Just a little hint of bling. Can you see? Just a little hint. I don't even think you can see that it's bling, but you can probably see that it's red. And I can even do that. Okay, so there we go. All right, let me close this up. I'm going to spray a little more water in there for next time. I do that a lot of times. If I know it's thick and I've done enough to get it, but I don't think it's quite, I'll spray water in it until the next time. That way I'll be able to tell that it needs stirring, and I'll stir it then. All right, guys, so like I said, I am gonna look and see if I can find any cute ribbon maybe to go on it, and I might see if I have any fairy lights that will fit around here. Don't you think that would be super cute? But otherwise, I mean, this is adorable. once upon a time I had a hangout room for the kids. This would have been so cute in there on the wall. Okay, so there we go, guys. What do you think? Hit that heart button if you love it. Even if you're catching me on replay. You know on replay, if you don't see the red circle around my profile picture, you catch me on replay. Welcome to the replay. I'm just glad you guys are here, or you're watching me on YouTube. I love it when you guys join me. It's so much more fun to craft with friends, and I love it when you guys come along. Give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. I would love to know what you guys think. Isn't that adorable? So if I can find a cute ribbon that has these colors in it, I should be able to, because even you can do, you know, this could be patriotic as well, right? I could even use this on the coffee bar area for patriotic, if I can. All right, so this was one. This was our other project, in case you missed it. This was our first project. We inked that on a apron. So very cool. And we still have 2 other very cool designs that we're going to be working with at some other point. I can't wait to do the Soda Shop one. You know I'm going to do that all retro as well. And then look at that, Grand Central Station. Feels like Grand Central Station. I love it. All right, guys, thanks for letting me share these ideas with you and come into your world for just a little while. I hope these inspired you to try something crafty. If you have any questions about anything I used or any of the technique, again, ask in comments or send me a message. I love being able to share these ideas with you guys, and I hope until I see you next time, you have a wonderful Wednesday, and you stay safe, stay healthy, and be blessed. Praying for you, Kat. Bye.